Well, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, everybody, this is Mama Ro coming to you from Chicago. Hoping you're having a good day, good morning, good evening, whenever you are watching this video. And so I am coming today talking about Mary Trump's book. And you're talking about good. I was able to download the book on my tablet here in Chicago. Chicago Public Libraries, you do have an option for some books to download. So it was really good. And I read the book and I was like, wow. I heard about the book and I said that I wanted to read it, so I took out the time to do just that. And it was, in my opinion, the book was good. And the book was true. And so let's get into some of, and I'm not going to go through the whole book, of course, but I'm going to give some highlights. I forgot to take my gum out. Excuse me, guys. I know some people don't like people chewing gum on videos, but anyway, I forgot to take my gum out. If you see some green, that's my gum. So anyway, the name of the book is Too Much and Never Enough. Wow. This book is by Mary Trump, PhD. Okay. Who is Mary Trump? Mary Trump is the niece of our current president, Donald Trump. She is the daughter of the oldest child. His name was Fred Jr., as a matter of fact. He passed away some years ago. But she's his child. He had a son and a daughter. And she decided to do a book. Now, originally when she came out with this book, it was said in the media, in the news, that they were trying to ban the book. This really stopped the book, stopped the book from coming out. As far as the Trump family was trying to stop it. So it was able to get out anyway, and I'm glad it did. And so in this book, Mary was able to do research, of course. Her research could consist of her own memory as coming up as a child in the Trump family. Okay. I think I'm going to turn this a little bit this way. Well, anyway. And then also conversations with family members, friends of the family. It even consists of, her research even consists of bank statements, family journals, tax returns, and all this. I mean, it was a lot that she did to research the book. Because as you know, with books, some people, you know, there's always that doubt of, is this really true? Is this really true? You know, when you're talking about a book that's coming out, talking about the family and all this good stuff. But I feel that the book, it has a lot, is true. Okay. And I'm basing that on the actions I've seen for the last 4 years from Donald Trump, you know, and that's why I say I really think that the book is true and that it's accurate as well. Okay, and so it's amazing. Now I know one of the family members. Let me see. It must have been the youngest son of Trump. The Trump family, Donald Trump's brother just passed away. He had his funeral at the White House and everything. He was the youngest. I think his name was Robbie. But his name was Robert, but they called him Robbie. And so it was amazing because for a long time, I didn't even know Donald Trump had siblings, okay? I used to watch Donald Trump way back when he had The Apprentice. I liked that show, and I thought he did a good job in that show, the reality show, The Apprentice. I was able to meet Donald Trump in person years ago at a real estate conference that was out at the Rosemont, Illinois Convention Center, and he was really witty. He did an excellent speech about entrepreneurship and real estate. You know, that was his field, real estate. And he was honest. He was candid. I mean, it was really a good experience, you know. And I still liked him when he was on The Apprentice. Especially when he said "you're fired," I thought that was so funny. But anyway, you know, and then he became president. Ah, boy, some things about him kind of surprised me. It did. I mean, I don't know the man personally, of course, but I'm just saying, just seeing him in the public's eye, some things that he has done is really, it surprised me, especially in that first year or so. But in the book, back to the book, okay, I was just giving you a feel of how, of what some things I thought about Donald Trump early on. And so in the book, Mary is talking about how her grandfather got started, which is Donald Trump's brother. The grandfather, Mr. Trump, he started out after his father passed away. His mom invested in her son, and he started building garages and became very popular, became very prosperous. And she invested in him getting his garage building business together. And from there, he left the garage building and went into residential real estate. Okay, he has apartment buildings all over the, really in the Brooklyn area, some also some in New Jersey. I mean, just all over. And so he really did well when it came to the housing, or when it came to the residential real estate. The father, Mr. Trump, the founder of Trump Management, was very, very successful. Okay, and a lot of his success did consist of obtaining financing through FHA, because at that time, and we're talking about 60-ish, maybe in the 60s, 70s, where FHA, it was Federal Housing Authority, they specialized. I mean, at that time, the government, affordable housing, excuse me. Yeah, affordable housing, not federal, affordable housing, was financed through FHA, okay? And at that time, they were trying to build affordable housing, and Mr. Trump was able to get in on that a lot. A lot of his buildings that he had purchased, he was able to get FHA financing. Okay, that's the federal financing. And so he did real good. He did real good. Now, as kids coming up, there was 5 children altogether in the immediate Trump family. And as kids coming up, the oldest son was the one that the father really wanted to make him, you know, his partner, make him wise in the business, teach him the ropes of the business, so to speak. But the oldest son really didn't adapt to the housing, dealing with the housing, apartments, dealing with real estate. You know, he was interested more so in flying. He even became a pilot for a little while. So that was really where his heart was. But Donald Trump, or President Trump, became his father's favorite child, favorite son, because he had 3 sons. The first son is Fred, then the last son is Robert, and then Donald was right above, he was a little bit older than Robert. So he had 3 sons and 2 daughters. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention the other siblings. 2 daughters, Mary Ann and Elizabeth. So it was 5 Trump children altogether, 5 altogether. But anyway, the father gravitated towards Donald Trump because Donald he liked the real estate business. He liked it, he enjoyed it, and he gravitated towards his father, and they was able to go in business together. You know, during Trump real estate career, he has had to file bankruptcy, as everybody know, numerous of times. I don't know exactly how many times, so I'm not going to say. A lot of times, according to what Mary put in her book, his father, Donald Trump's father, had to finance him in so many different ways, especially with the casinos and that's casino that's in New Jersey on the Broadwalk. Okay, and so a lot of ways that when Donald Trump was going through his bankruptcy, and when things didn't work out for him, his father was there to assist him with the money. So he was always there to help his son throughout that time. But I was always wondering, because when Donald Trump became president, of course, all of us started seeing him more. He was the president, right? And I would always wonder why he seemed like he was the type of person that just had to have things his way. And what Mary was saying in the book is how Donald Trump has always been like that. I've even seen a special on PBS. He was talking about Donald Trump. And even some of his classmates said that if it wasn't Donald's way, it wasn't, if he didn't have it his way, there was no other way. He's just like that, and even when he walk around with his lips pooched out, I noticed that President Trump did that a lot. I'm like, why is his lips pooch? What's up with that? And back to him being, according to Mary in her book, she said that Donald, he was revengeful. He's a very revengeful person, very selfish, and so he carries those same traits all his life. Even when our last election, when we found out he didn't win, it went through a whole process of going to the courts to verify the votes, and it still came out he did not win. He's not the first president to go through the courts to verify if he won or not. Remember Al Gore? For those of you who might be old enough to remember when Al Gore ran against President Bush, Al Gore had a recount because he couldn't believe that he didn't win. Well, he didn't believe he didn't win, but he did go through the process, went through the courts, and found out, no, Al Gore, you did not win. Al Gore went on and succeeded to President Bush, and President Bush, George Bush, the last Bush, because you got two Bushes. But anyway, President Bush became president. Okay, now, after Al Gore found out he didn't win, you notice Al Gore went away for a long time. And people were speculating that he had taken that loss pretty hard, okay? But come to find out, years later in his book, Al Gore talked about how he did have a breakdown, And so I'm saying that to kind of compare what's going on with us now with President Trump. He's still saying he lost. No. He's not saying he lost. He should be saying he lost. But he's still saying he won the race. He's went through courts. He's went through this. He's went through that. And it still come out verified, no, Mr. Trump, you did not win. Now, we just had a terrible event that happened, as you guys already know, about, a week or so ago, where the people stormed into the area where the Senate and everybody was meeting, stormed in. Donald Trump had a rally that day. He scheduled a rally. See, this is his revengefulness that's just in him. It's in him. It's like he can't take reality. He can't take reality for what it is. He can't take no for an answer. So my question is, so if you have won this race, if you have won the presidential race, we wouldn't have any problems, right? So what made Donald Trump believe that he was going to automatically, what guaranteed? That's what I want to say. What made Donald Trump believe he was guaranteed to win? What made him believe he was guaranteed? Because that's the way he's acting. He's acting like he was guaranteed to win the presidential race, and he did not win. But this man will not accept it. So I'm wondering if he's breaking down as well, or we really just seeing him for who he really is. And I believe that might be some of it as well. Not only is he breaking down, but we're really seeing Donald Trump for who he is. And I'm telling you, this book here that Mary Trump wrote, was really on target and it was on point. And so it's like you can compare to his actions and the book, and that's why I believe that, you know, you can make that comparison. You can see how true this book is. Okay, so excellent. I give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up. So if anybody want to read it, if your library have the downloadables for books, please feel free to do so. I don't know if you can purchase it. You might be able to, but it might be easy for you to download it. And like I say, in the city of Chicago, in our library system, we can. I don't know how it is where you know where you live, but you can give it a try and see if you want to. Again, the title of the book is Too Much and Never Enough. So we're going to see what happened, guys. You know, President-elect Biden will be sworn in on Wednesday. Is that Wednesday, the 20th? Yeah, I think it's Wednesday. And let's hope and pray that things go smoothly and that we don't have another riot. You know, lives were lost as well. Lives were lost. Should Donald Trump be allowed to just walk away? Should the families maybe sue him for inciting? Because the way that speech that he did went, he was encouraging the people. They say he incited that rowdy crowd, you know. They call them hoodlums. What do they call them? Thugs too. White folk. Yeah, white folk can be thugs and hoodlums as well, not just black people. Now I just want to put that in there, you know. So they compared the news media rather compared also. What if this was a lot of black folk, or people of color, not just black, African Americans? What if it was people of color? Everybody's saying would have been dead bodies everywhere. Something to think about. So sad, but something to think about. It's just so real. You know, like I was saying before, everything is so transparent now. Okay? Everything is so transparent. If you can't see what's going on, you just don't want to see. You just don't want to see. So, get the book, guys. Get a chance. I mean, if you can, like I say, can't buy it, download the book. Again, this is Mary Trump, Donald Trump's niece, PhD. The name of the book is Too Much and Never Enough. It's just so much I could say about the book. But if, like I said, if you get a chance, make sure you read it. Make sure you read it. Listen, this has been Mama Ro coming to you from Chicago. Have a good day, good evening, good morning, whenever you're watching this video. You take care.